Hi, I'm Nicole and I'll be discussing the campaign I've created for a brief of the NHS and the reasoning behind it, the strategy that I've made. So the NHS, everyone probably knows, is the National Health Service. It's a government-funded medical service provided to everyone living in the UK. So a bit of background to the brief. So the brief states that 1 in 3 adults drink too much alcohol and 83% of them drinking above the guidelines don't really realise it or haven't really thought about it, which is quite worrying. The target market for the brief is 40 to 59-year-olds, and the purpose of the campaign is to reduce their alcohol consumptions by informing and educating them on drinking and making them more aware of their drinking. So I want to try and change people's behaviours and attitudes. So inexpensive methods will have to be chosen in order to meet the needs of the brief as well. So I came up with a diagram to capture what the main person would look like in that the campaign is trying to reach, and I came up with David. David's a 50-year-old man. He has a wife and children, lives locally. He cares a lot about his family. He has a beer at home every time he comes home from work. Goes to the pub every weekend to socialise. Drinks too many units a week, doesn't really think about it too much. Been drinking all his life. Has an average job, so he's just like the average person. So during the module, I learned about creating emotional connection as a marketer, how it's important with influencing target market, and the importance of emotional intelligence. This led me to think about the relationship that NHS have with their customers. And since the target market already have a relationship with the NHS through the services that everyone's provided with, it won't really be hard to reach them as much. And they have more of a reputable and trusted image as they are with the government. So this could help with influencing and trusting materials. So the content of the marketing materials that I decided to use in the campaign was developed through this. So I needed to impact and change the way people think emotionally, pull in the heartstrings, make them think about their family, make them feel shocked and not want to drink anymore. So part of this module allowed me to think of what will emotionally affect my specific target market age group. So they're older, so I thought they would be affected more by their family emotionally and want to live to see their grandchildren, family grow old, the wife grow old. David cares about his family more than himself. So I also have to try and make the NHS seem approachable, so people feel like they can come to the NHS for help. So I'll need to use content to let them know that they're welcome to come and sort out their drinking problem. So doing some research into integrated marketing, I realised that using different channels to reach the consumers would be the most effective way. So in order to harness the audience, I completed some research on the target market, and I saw that a lot of older people liked more traditional methods, so like newspapers, magazine articles, flyers, and in-person things rather than social media. But looking into social media, the majority of older people use Facebook, and there's more of an increase of people using Facebook, so I thought I'd use that as well to kind of get an all-round marketing experience. So I thought also because the NHS, people will be visiting the GPs and hospitals, they could have flyers in there that people could read. So there's I looked into paid, owned and earned advertising. So I thought we use paid advertising to get earned advertising. So I thought about using paid advertising such as newspapers, Facebook, bus banner, social media, and using owned advertising with flyers set up in the GPs, waiting rooms and hospitals. So I did some research into alternatives to alcohol, so now non-alcoholic beverages and the differences between them. I have friends who drink non-alcoholic beverages and say they taste exactly the same as alcoholic, so this is a positive. This could mean that people change to alternatives. It's probably not in my target market's interest to stop drinking socially and going down to the local pub. It's probably one of the habits and part of their daily life, so I want to show them that going down to the pub they can have low alcoholic, non-alcoholic beers and drinks. So I did some research on changing people's behaviours. So I found a study on an experiment which showed interesting results. So there were 3 groups of people. One was given alcoholic and told they were given alcoholic. One was given non-alcoholic and told they were given non-alcoholic. One was given non-alcoholic and told they were given alcoholic. And at the end of the study, the people who had alcohol thought they had alcohol. The people who had non-alcoholic thought they had non-alcoholic. And the people who were given alcoholic but told non-alcoholic but were told it was alcoholic believed that it was alcoholic even though they didn't have a drop of alcohol. So this study made me think, I'm going to hold an event for people where I can ask businesses to donate their non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages. This can also in turn promote their beverages, and then give some people non-alcoholic and give some people alcoholic, but not tell anyone, and then see people's reactions. And I'm hoping for a positive outcome, that people think they have alcoholic when they don't have alcoholic beverages, and then they might realise, I don't need alcohol because it tastes exactly the same and gives me kind of the same effect in a social situation, and they don't have to feel embarrassed about drinking non-alcoholic if they want to like keep up with their friends or whatever. So I did a lecture on aesthetics, about people finding things appealing and being persuaded by beauty. This didn't really relate to my campaign as much, because aesthetics don't really play a massive part of the persuasion of my message, not about beauty. So the only thing I'd say that the adverts will need to look professional, stand out, have bold text and images, because if it looks more professional, then it'll be more trusting to people. I'll put the logo and everything on there. So I looked at the power of words, the campaign, and how that makes a difference. So I found a seminar on lecture and lectures about power of words to be very interesting, and learned that the power of words is very influential in marketing. So I thought, I'm going to use short, impactful sentences and facts to really draw people in. So my strategies that I came up with were two methods. So it was the deliverables, so it's the newspaper, article, flyer, Facebook post and bus banner, and the event, the non-alcoholic, alcoholic event, hopefully persuading people through the event. So as you can see on my PowerPoint, there's some deliverables that I've come up with. I've used images of like a father figure and a child, and a lot of them just to impact, to draw on their emotions about and think about their family with like think, don't drink, it's not worth it, and we're here to help, so that they can stay in the mind. They're thinking, is it worth it? I want to see my children grow old. So yeah, and that is how I had the thought process for my campaign and came up with my strategy, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.